I work for ANPET, the Northern Alliance for Sustainability, which is an international NGO with only 3 people. And my job is to do the communications of this organization, filling a website, making a newsletter, and a lot of work goes to a specific project on environmental justice. I work 3 days a week only for this job, so that's my main income, you can say, which is less than what most people at my age with my degree make. I don't know exactly. I know from some of them, I know what they make, and it's almost double. But then again, they often have like 60 hours a week working rhythm, 2-3 weeks a year of holiday, and if I see how stressed and how close to burnout some of them are already coming at the age of 30, I wonder if they're really better off. There are other engagements which I have as a volunteer. And as a kind of activist journalist, I write about stuff which I value, which I think is important, not really to make big money of it, but which I think that the world should know, or I do research about. I found out that there was some trouble going on with this carbon credit system, where nowadays the solution for our climate problem is supposed to be that instead of reducing our emissions here at home, we pay the Indians and the Chinese and theoretically the Africans to do the reductions for us in their industries. So I decided to do an investigative piece on that, and to visit the same factories where we buy our carbon credits. So Belgian government is paying Indian factories to reduce their emissions, and then to say like, hey, we done our duties. It's a greenwash. It's like a biomass factory in India, which has always used biofuel, and it has never used any coal or oil or gas or whatever. And they were expanding, and they were saying, oh, we're going in this expansion to use biofuels, so we are actually reducing emissions because we don't use oil. But they've actually always used biofuels. I mean, that's their business. I got some phone call from a member of parliament from the Greens in Flanders. He invited me, and I went to explain a little bit more to them what was going wrong in this whole trade. They wanted to make some noise on it and ask some question in parliament about it. If I write something, I write well with some idealism, as an activist more. Of course, as journalists you have to be objective, but I mean, it's like Nick Davis, this one journalist, he said like, well, if one person tells you outside it's raining and the other tells you outside the sun is shining, what do you have to do as a journalist? Should you give both facts equal, both stories equal amount of space in your article? No, you go and look outside, you find out the truth, and you write about that. So that's my position as a journalist as well. I don't like these stories where, well, one says there is no climate change and the other says yes, it's crap. I mean, try to get as close as possible to the truth, and if it's a big fraud and a big cover-up, then say it.